beautiful baseball. We come to you from the historic Russell E. Diethrick Junior Park in Jamestown, New York. We're your hometown, Jamestown Tarp Skunks. We'll play host to the visiting Salamanca Lizards. Hello and welcome to Tarp Skunks Baseball. I'm Dre Guinness alongside my broadcast partner, Matty G. Matt, season opener didn't go the Tarp Skunks' way, however, on the road against Newark, picking up an impressive 9-2 victory and coming back to start off a 5-game homestand with a 1-1 record.
Absolutely. They were able to really bounce back with a very solid, commanding victory. They pretty much turned the tide from their home game, losing from a very wide margin to winning from a very wide margin, which is something that you really want to see, especially like having to bounce back. But now they have interleague play today and tomorrow with the Salamanca Lizards and the Olean Oilers tomorrow, coming from the NYCBL, the New York Collegiate Baseball League, before they have a day off on Wednesday and 3 straight games going back into league play.
Yeah, league play starting on Thursday, 11 a.m., first pitch, 9 a.m. is when I'll be here at the ballpark. I like getting to the park a couple hours early and getting ready, but yeah, 6:30 for the rest of the week, and we are getting set to get our first look at the Salamanca Lizards, and coming out here with the Make a Statement jerseys. You know, first year in the league, and bright pink unis, gray pants out there. They're looking to make a statement, and this could very well be just as much a home game for them as it is for the Tarp Skunks.
Absolutely. You look at the Salamanca roster, and there are 7, yes, I counted, 7 players that go to Jamestown Community College here in Jamestown. Now, you look at that sort of thing, and you look at those numbers. Now, unfortunately, as we know in wrestling, there are baby faces who are the good guys, and there are heels who are the bad guys. And unfortunately, I have to make a hot take call here and make a heel call. And I'm going to have to say that the Tarp Skunks, despite the fact that they're at home, they're at a disadvantage. For a lot of these guys in the Salamanca Lizards roster, this is just a home game on the road for them. They all of a sudden are, like, they're playing on their home turf. A ton of them are local. From somewhere semi-close to this area. And, like, you look at something like that, and the Tarp Skunks are going to have to make a statement, especially considering that they come from all over. They're not teammates until now.
Yeah, and what a way to make a statement. Returning Pete Elstrom at the mound for the Tarp Skunks here tonight. For Jamestown, and you know, he is definitely going to want to get the Skunks on the right foot early, especially in the back of opening day. Brittany Wright had a shaky outing with opening day, 1 in the 3rd innings pitch, 5 runs given up, 3 of those earned. So, you know, a rough day, and then on Sunday, a complete 180. So, coming back home, getting a chance to play in front of the home crowd. Yes, a lot of familiar faces on the other side of that lineup. But, you know, when the game starts, you got to lock down, and it doesn't matter if they're your friends or your foe, what color jerseys they're wearing. It's all about making those pitches right in the strike zone. And here with the starting lineup for both Salamanca and Jamestown, it's Matty G.
Yeah, all right. So first, taking a look at the Salamanca Lizards roster. Leading off and playing center field is going to be Timothy Johnson. Batting second, playing second will be Tyson Gill. Batting third, and in the shortstop position will be Howie Stuckey III. Batting fourth, the designated hitter Tyler Curtis. Batting fifth at first base, Connor Booth. The right fielder, Ryan Hartman, will bat 6. Maxwell Berry in left field will bat 7. Lucas Marsh at third will bat 8. Anthony Snyder at catching will be in the 9th spot. And then the extra hitter, number 10, Gabe Roth. On the mound for the Salamanca Lizards will be Ryan Kinney, the 6'3", 205 right-handed pitcher out of Alfred State. Like I said, fairly local. Moving on over to your Jamestown Tarp Skunks lineup for game number 2 at home. It's going to lead off with Austin Harpelani in center, Brandon McLean Banks at short, Leo Doyle will be the extra hitter in the 3rd spot. DJ Stoyanovich, the right fielder, playing at batting 4th. Thomas Schroeder at third base this time, batting fifth. Aiden Wallace at first base, batting sixth. Noah Brooks, the catcher, batting seventh. Julian Sauger, the designated hitter, batting eighth. Clayton Kiefer, the left fielder, batting ninth. And then Austin Matranga, batting 10th at second, with your starting pitcher returning to Jamestown once again, Peyton Ahlstrom. And you look at these two rosters, and it is going to be a battle of hometowns, especially, like I said, 7 players from Salamanca playing from Jamestown, but Peyton Ahlstrom, a local native as well from Dunkirk, New York. So these players are definitely known to each other. So it's going to be a friendly rivalry and a friendly renewing for today's game.
Support for our coverage of the Jamestown Tarp Skunks is brought to you by Fire the biggest production group of the sports and community. We'd like to thank our sponsors for helping to make this delivery live stream of the 2024 national. We also support our business and organization, serving residents of Jamestown and Chicago County to consider becoming a Tarp Skunk live stream sponsor for this season or future by calling us at 716-705-5600. make it 5 innings.
And, you look at someone like Peyton Ahlstrom, like, you definitely want someone that's local and has the vibes necessary. I mean, I'm listening to his walkout choice, his walkout selection, and he's choosing, what's the name of it? I Can't Stop This Feeling. Right, you look at a song like that, and it is something that you can't help but get behind. He's fun, he's ready to play the game, and he's going to do it with a smile on his face. And he is not, how do I put it? He is not immune. Well, he's no stranger. There's how I should pronounce it. Man, maybe I need another cup of coffee along with the water up here. He's no stranger to being on the mound. Like, looking at his 2024 stats for Fredonia State, he's made 10 appearances and started 9 of them, 44 and 2/3 innings of work. So you know that he loves to eat up innings. He had 52 hits, 40 runs, 35 of them earned, a 7.05 ERA. And his K-to-walk ratio is definitely something solid, with 21 walks to 45 strikeouts. So he's hoping to use that here tonight as he takes on the Salamanca Lizards. But to call the top of the first inning, I hand it off to you, Mr. Trey Guinness.
All right, thank you very much, Matty G. Timothy Johnson, the center fielder, set to lead it off for Salamanca, facing Peyton Ahlstrom, making his first start of the season. Ahlstrom features a fastball, curveball, changeup combination. First pitch, ground ball to second. Matrenga has it. Throw to first, and that's how this game gets underway. One pitch, one away. And that'll bring up the second baseman, Tyson Gill.
That is absolutely something you want to see. First pitch, first out, like putting the momentum on your side quickly. The sooner you get off the field, the sooner you can get out of the heat and go out and get some runs.
Gill, left-handed hitter. First pitch taken just a little low for a ball. 1-0. Infield, outfield, playing straight away. Taken for a called strike on the outside corner, 1-1. Haven't had a chance to see the breaking stuff out of Ahlstrom yet. There's a shot towards short and through under the glove of McLean Banks into left field for a base hit. Oh, slow roller. McLean Banks trying to get over, took a bad hop underneath the glove and out into left field for the first hit of the game, and that'll bring up the shortstop, Howie Stuckley the third. Stuckley, right-handed hitter. Ahlstrom checking the runner at first. Pitch taken for a called strike. 0-1. One thing I've noticed about Ahlstrom so far, he is comfortable finding the strike zone. It's a good sign early on as they check the runner at first.
Yeah, Ahlstrom no stranger to settling in quickly. As a starting pitcher, you have to be able to pull that off. Like, settling in is something that needs to be done in a hurry, especially when you're on the mound.
Swinging a foul back on an 0-1 pitch. 0-2 now. And I'm curious to see, this early in the game, you have a runner at first. You throw something into the dirt or you just challenge. Waste pitch or chase pitch?
I give him something fastball right at the shoulders, try and get him to swing underneath. Like, he's expecting curveball here, especially 0-2.
0-2. Curveball indeed. Ground ball to short. McLean Banks has it. To second for one to throw to first. Not in time. And there are two away. Stuckley on the fielder's choice that goes 6-4.
Well, I partially had the right idea. He threw one at the shoulders. It just ended up being off speed rather than fastball to try and blow by him.
And I think that's why it ended up being a ground ball instead of a line drive. Good time to change speeds, and that will bring up the designated hitter Tyler Curtis. So Stuckley now the runner at first. 2 away. Top of the first inning, no score. Austin comes set the pitch outside for a ball. 1-0 the count. Austin has been very economical this inning with his pitches. The next one comes in high for a ball. 1-0. 2-0 gets there. Oh, 2-0. Oh, I thought he called a strike. The 2-0 high for a ball, 3-0. And you see him to Jensen there, Dre. You mentioned he's been economical with his pitches, and now all of a sudden he finds himself with a 3-0 deficit. Curtis, the left-handed batter, 3-0 the count, runner at first. Here's Stuckman, the pitch. Curveball right down the heart of the plate for a called strike. Takes the count to 3-1. Still has to be careful, though. Curtis looking fastball. Runner takes a big leap. There's a drive into right field. Stoyanovich cannot get it. It's going to fall and go all the way to the wall. Stuckley is rounding third. He is going to score. The throw into third is not in time. And an RBI triple for Curtis, and Salamanca takes a 1-0 lead.
That was an absolute shot by Connor Booth. But let me tell you, though, that relay throw by Matranga coming in from the right fielder Stoyanovich, that was an absolute laser of a throw to make it a bang-bang play. I honestly thought they had him for half a second.
It looked to me like they had him as the first pitch to Ryan Hartman is grounded to second. Matranga to Wallace to end the inning, but the damage done. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 runner left on base. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Lizards 1, Tarp Skunks coming to bat. Support for our coverage of the Jamestown Tarp Skunks is brought to you by Plyler Entry Systems in Jamestown. Plyler Entry Systems has been serving the area since 1967. They are a proud member of the Builders Association of Northwestern Pennsylvania, the Manufacturer and Business Association, and the International Door Association. They offer a wide variety of products from a number of the major manufacturers within the industry. When it comes to doors, they are the experts. Plyler Entry Systems is the proud sponsor of Whiffy, the Jamestown Tarp Skunks official mascot. To learn more about Plyler Entry Systems, call 716-296-0595 or visit PlylerEntry.com. As we go to the bottom of the first inning, it's going to be Austin Harpelani, Brandon McLean Banks, and Leo Doyle to start things off. Harpelani on opening day had an RBI double.
Because we have two different audios running right here, and they're both.
As the first pitch by Ryan Kinney outside for a ball, 1-0.
Harpelani, a bit of a smaller stature, 5'9", 185. It'll be a little more difficult to find that strike zone.
Kinney coming out of the stretch on the pitch, taken high for a ball, 2-0. I've always been curious about pitchers that like to throw from the set with nobody on.
It's just a comfort thing. Some people prefer to wind up. Some people prefer to just keep everything the same. If it ain't broke, why fix it?
That one definitely broke a little bit low below the knees for a ball. 3-0 the count.
to the leadoff hitter for the Tarp Skunks. Brandon McLean Banks on deck. And the 3-0. 4-pitch walk for, called strike one. I jumped the gun on that, a little bit delayed on the strike call. The umpire set up on the inside corner. The outside corner is going to be a little bit harder to see, especially if the catcher's in the way, so those might be a little delayed. That one definitely way outside, and Harpelani will draw a leadoff walk that will bring up the shortstop, Brandon McLean Banks. Brandon McLean Banks, another smaller stature, 5'8", 170, the sophomore out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And the first pitch, outside for a ball, 1-0. So Harpelani on first, nobody out, bottom of the first inning. Snap throw over to first, not in time, close. That was a very close call. Harpelani has a very aggressive lead, and that is something we're probably going to see consistently over the course of the season. So they're going to be fearing him on first base. The 1-0 pitch, low for a ball, 2-0. I'm excited to see what McLean Banks is going to be able to pull off. In 2022, he was ranked as the 54th overall player in Pennsylvania by perfect game, ranked 500 in the nation that same year. The 2-0 just missed for a ball, 3-0. And McKinney's struggling to find the strike zone early on here. As Ostrom takes his lead from first. The 3-0. Down the middle for a called strike. And second consecutive 3-1 count for McKinney. Being made to work here in the bottom of the first. As the 3-1 pitch, outside for a ball, back-to-back walks. For the Tarp Skunks, they have runners in scoring position, and that's going to bring up the extra hitter, Leo Doyle. But not before the Salamanca Lizards coach is going to try and calm down his pitcher here. Like, this is absolutely something that I like from this coach. I would do the exact same thing. It's just a short little meeting, just come up and say, hey, you're okay, settle down. Like, it's all good. No, nothing hurt right now. Just go out, find your strike zone. Let them put the ball in play and let your defense do the work. Defense is going to have to do some serious work right now as they're in double play depth. Leo Doyle, the extra hitter, coming up with runners at first and second. And the first pitch. Taken on the outside corner for a called strike. 0-1. It looks like the conference still a mound work. At least for now. Runners take their lead. 0-1. In the dirt, blocked by Brooks. Kept it in, or McDot Snyder kept it in front of him. And count is even at one apiece. Kenny up to 9 pitches so far. McDowell, sorry, McDowell 10 pitches. 1-1. Ooh, fouled at the plates. 1-2, and Doyle swung with intention on that one. Yeah, at this point, you got a runner in scoring position. You're looking to put a ball in the outfield here, especially considering that infield fly is in effect at this point. You don't want to have anything to stay in the infield. You want to put the ball in the outfield at minimum to allow that runner at second to advance to third. The 1-2 pitch, fouled back behind home plate. We'll do it again. Runners taking a more conservative lead off the bat. Well, you can see the second baseman, Gill, very active. And the 1-2 pitch. Swinging, there is a ground ball to short. That could be two. To second for one. On to first. It gets past the first baseman, Booth.
And that is going to tie the ball game as Harpalani comes in to score. McLean Banks out at second on the field of choice, and Doyle gets aboard with an RBI, and we are tied at one apiece.
Like I said, he was looking to put a ball in play at that point. 1-2 count. Your strategy kind of changes. You want to make sure that you put a ball in play at least to try and get that runner over. It ended up paying off as the throw from the shortstop Stockley ended up being short, and the first baseman Booth couldn't pick it.
As DJ Stoyanovich comes up now. Takes the first pitch outside for a ball. 1-0. Doyle at first. Tie ball game here in the bottom of the first inning. Snap throw over to first. Diving back in the bag is Doyle. He is back safely.
I'm not going to lie, that pickoff move by Ryan Kinney is more deadly than you might think. 2 runners have gotten back safely off of it thus far. But don't be fooled. I have a feeling that might come in handy sometime later on, either this game or later in the season for him.
Very deceptive and quick as the next pitch comes in. Low for a ball, 2-1.
2-0, my good man.
2-0. Snap throw back over to first. Not as close this time. Thomas Schroeder on deck, the third baseman. As the 2-0 pitch misses for ball 3, 3-0. And you have to think Stoyanovich has the green light if he sees something juicy. Doyle takes his lead from first. The 3-0 pitch. That one hit the outside corner for a called strike. 3-1.
That was the right call by Coach Justin there. 3-0 count, 2 walks already this inning. Like, if you just might as well abuse the balls that Kinney is giving them so far.
And the pitch, 3-1. Taken for a called strike. Snap throw down to first. Not in time, and Kinney has gotten back into this at bat. Down 3-0, work back to 3-2. We are full here. As Kinney comes up. The 3-2. Swinging, there's a base hit into right field. Advancing to second is Doyle. He will hold there. Stoyanovich with the Tarp Skunks' first base hit of the game, and that is going to bring up Thomas Schroeder.
Yeah, it was a really solid piece of hitting there by Stoyanovich, like going opposite field on that, just putting the ball in play. The second baseman and the shortstop, Gill and Stuckley, were double play depth, so he just put that right into the 3-4 gap. There was nobody there, nobody home, and it was going to be an easy single for him.
First pitch with 2 on to Schroeder is way outside for a ball, 1-0. Yeah, the closest player to that ball was Doyle.
Yeah, Doyle actually almost ended up getting hit by that. He had to freeze for half a second, because if he gets hit by that ball without it touching another player, he's out.
Swing and a miss on the 1-0. Count even now to Schroeder, 1-1. 21 pitches so far for Kinney in this first inning. The pitch. Low for a ball, 2-1.
Looking to go a little off speed there. Not a bad idea from Salamanca, Kinney, and Snyder. He already chased one pitch. Why not see if he can get him to chase another? But Schroeder able to have discipline.
Doyle off second, Stoyanovich off first. The pitch. Swinging, there's a foul back behind the broadcast booth and well out of play.
Don't let it hit the concession stand. We don't want to ruin those hot dogs.
Yes, not at all. No, we still haven't finished our discussion about hot dogs. So I'm sure it's going to be a year-long thing.
Hot dogs, hamburgers, buffalo wing dip. It's all going to come at some point.
Absolutely. 2-2 the count. Schroeder set in. Looks at ball 3. 3-2. And if you're Salamanca, you have to start thinking about possibly getting someone loose. Wallace, the first baseman tonight. Bases full of Tarp Skunks. And the pitch. Taken right down the middle for a called strike, 0-1.
You could almost say that the Tarp Skunks have pulled the entire tarp on the field because every corner's covered.
A little stinky out there on the infield. Infield playing back. Normal depth and the pitch. Ooh, curveball just missed for a ball, 1-1.
That wasn't a bad attempt. I think that was more of a chase pitch, but Aiden Wallace had discipline there to hold up. I think he was sitting dead red on that. Maybe he was a jelly leg instead.
1-1 to count. The pitch. Swinging, there's a pop-up down the right field line and out of play. 1-2 the count.
I always love watching a ball fly out of play, especially here at this field. Every single time that happens, it is a children's race from the bleachers to the location of where the ball fell, where the seagulls from Nemo yelling, "Mine, mine, mine!"
1-2 the count. Another foul back and out of play.
And the race begins.
Yes. Throughout baseball history, there's always been that race. I remember games growing up and seeing people hit the ball out of Wrigley Field. And
Even adults do it.
Oh, yeah.
I love watching the boat races at places like PNC Park or for San Francisco as well.
Oracle Park, yeah. Oracle Park that McCovey Cove is an interesting spot.
You just see people in swimming or people in kayaks. They're just going to race as fast as they can to go and get that thing, willing to get wet for it. Like, that shows commitment right there.
1-2 the count. Bases loaded. One away and the pitch. Swinging another foul back.
Aiden Wallace not willing to go down without a fight here. This is his fourth foul ball in a row, and this is going to be his fifth pitch at a 1-2 count. He is looking to make something happen and be the cause of more Tarp Skunks coming across the plate.
Yeah, that arm's got to feel like rubber right now as McKinney comes set. 1-2, the pitch. Another foul back.
There's 5 in a row. So this is going to be the 9th pitch of the at-bat for Aiden Wallace.
It's halfway to breaking Brandon Belt's record. Was that 18?
I think it was 18, yeah.
Although that was beaten in a spring training game.
Spring training.
But it doesn't count. But still, it was amazing to see. I think it went like 23 pitches. And the pitch. In the dirt. Off of Snyder. Lucky that ball went directly in front of him rather than off to the side because his vision was definitely looking down and not at a baseball. That could have scored a run.
Yeah, that's my father always said. A little luck never killed no one. And Snyder's kind of wiping the sweat off his brow right now saying, I'm glad I got that, especially considering Kenny threw that like it was a cricket ball.
2-2. There's a sport I'll never understand. That's taken low for a ball. 3-2.
We are now on to the 11th pitch of the at-bat.
This has been an excellent at-bat for Thomas Schroeder, showing excellent plate vision, staying alive.
Thomas Schroeder's on first. That's Aiden Wallace, my good man.
Make that Aiden Wallace. Ground ball through the left side into left field. That's a base hit. Doyle will score. Stoyanovich coming around. He will score. Holding at second is Schroeder. A single. And the Tarp Skunks have taken a 3-1 lead.
That was an amazing at-bat by Aiden Wallace. Like 12 pitches in the at-bat just to make something happen. He continued to say to himself, I am going to score runs. I am going to put people across this at-bat and this at-bat alone. And he was able to do just that. And that is actually going to end Ryan Kinney's night. They're going to go to the bullpen after only a third of an inning of work for Ryan Kinney. That is not what you want to see if you are a Salamanca Lizards fan.
So Kinney comes off the mound. We'll get you the information on the new pitcher in just a moment. 3-1, the lead here in Jamestown. We'll take a break and be right back in just a moment.
We said it was only going to be a moment. We already